tuned amplifier, third unit in electronic circuit 2. So what is tuned amplifier? So here what are the topics we are going to cover under the tuned amplifier is introduction, bandpass amplifier, serial and parallel resonance circuits and their bandwidth, analysis of single tuned amplifier, analysis of double tuned amplifier, primary and secondary tuned amplifier with the BJT and FET, merits and demerits of tuned amplifier. So first what we are going to see what is tuned amplifier. An amplifier circuit in which the load circuit is a tank circuit such that it can be tuned to pass or amplify selection of a desired frequency or a narrow band of frequency is known as tuned circuit amplifier. Characteristics of tuned amplifier is given here. Tuned amplifier will select and amplify a signal frequency from a mixture of frequency in any frequency range, and it employs a tuned circuit. Here it uses the phenomena of resonance. The tank circuit, which is capable of selecting a particular or relative narrow band of frequency, and then center of this frequency band is the resonant frequency of the tuned circuit. Here both the type consist of an inductance L and capacitance C with the two elements connected in series and parallel. So resonance circuit is nothing but when at particular frequency the inductive reactance become equal to capacitive reactance, and the circuit then behave as purely resistive circuit. This phenomenon is called as the resonance, and the corresponding frequency is called as the resonant frequency. The diagram is represented. So the resonance circuit has two types, series and parallel resonance circuit. The classification of tuned circuit is given here. So basically it is divided into two types, which is small signal amplifier with low power radio frequency and large signal amplifier low power radio frequency. So under the small signal amplifier you will be having the class A type. So that will be further divided into single tuned circuit and double tuned circuit and stagger tuned circuit. But under the large signal amplifier you will be having class B and C type. So under that further it divides into shunt peaked tuned with higher band width. So these are the common classification of tuned amplifier. That is small signal amplifier and large signal amplifier are the two basic tuned amplifier circuit. So small signal amplifier is further divided into single tuned amplifier, double tuned and stagger tuned amplifier. Next classification of tuned amplifier, as I said earlier, in single tuned amplifier we will use only one tuned circuit, but in double tuned we will be using two mutually coupled tuned circuit. But in stagger tuned we will be using used in the multi-stage amplifier, which will be having parallel tuned circuit for every stage. So large signal tuned amplifier is nothing but it will amplify large signals in which large RF power is involved and distortion level is also higher, but tuned circuit itself eliminates most of the harmonic distortion. So next, bandpass amplifier. So amplifier designated to pass a definite band of frequency with uniform response is said to be bandpass amplifier. So here it will have two differential stage which will be comprising two transistor. So the main function of bandpass filter is to remove the band noise, which also contribute to the rejection of image signal. Finally, a bandpass amplifier amplifies only a band of frequency which lie in bandwidth of amplifier, and thus we can name it as bandpass amplifier. So this is the proposed diagram of bandpass amplifier. This is the ideal and practical characteristics of bandpass filter. The next series resonance circuit, the circuit in which all the resistive and reactive components will be in series. So this is the series resonance circuit, and their corresponding characteristics is given here. Here the half power point at the knee will be curved, which will be the break. The next series resonance circuit impedance is given as Z. Then at series resonant, you will be having the value of FR, that is frequency value, and the impedance value. Then resonance curve of series resonance circuit is represented here by del omega, which is the difference of omega 2 and omega 1. Then quality factor is nothing but voltage magnification that circuit produces at resonance will be called as the Q factor. So voltage magnification is calculated from the maximum and minimum current value and reactance value and resistance value. So thus your quality factor will be ended up with tan phi, the power of factor for coil. So the important points which will be noted here is net reactance will be X equal to 0, impedance will be Z equal to R, power factor will be unity, power expended will be 6 watt. So current will be so large, and which will produce large voltage across inductance and capacitance, which will be equal in magnitude but opposite in phase. But here the series resonance will be called as acceptor circuit, because such a circuit accepts current at one particular frequency but rejects current at other frequency. So this circuit are used in radio resonance. So reactance curve series resonance circuit is represented parallel, or current resonance circuit is represented in this diagram. So in this inductance and capacitance will be in parallel. So here when an inductive reactance and a capacitance are connected in parallel as shown in figure in the previous slide, may reach under which current resonance will take place. In practice, some resistance will be present in the inductor. So such a circuit is to be considered in the electrical resonance when reactive components of line current becomes 0. The frequency at which this happened is known as resonant frequency. So frequency versus impedance curve for LCR circuit is given. The current at resonance is represented here using these equations. All these equations represent the frequency of the resonance circuit. So here it represents the resonant curve of parallel resonance circuit, that is the plot drawn between the current and so here the active component of coil is represented and reactive component of coil also represented. So since at resonance the reactive component of coil current will be equal to capacitive current value, then line current will be equal to active component of coil current and also represented as IL. The important points for current or parallel resonance circuit to be remembered is net susceptance value will be 0 and admittance will be equal to conductance. Power factor is unity as reactive, which is wattless. Impedance is purely resistive, and then your current value will be in phase with the applied voltage. Then the frequency at which the net susceptance curve crosses the frequency axis will be called as resonant frequency. At this point impedance is maximum or admittance is minimum and is equal to G. Consequently line is minimum. Bandwidth of parallel resonance circuit is given here. Quality factor also represented by XL by R. So here the quality factor determines the softness of resonance curve and selectivity of the curve. So higher the value of quality factor, more selective the tuned circuit is. Now we are going to see the characteristics of parallel or current resonance. So here the first characteristics is admittance, which will be equal to a conductance. Reactive or wattless component of line current is 0, hence circuit power factor is unity. Impedance is purely resistive, maximum in magnitude and also equal to L by CR. Line current is minimum and is equal to V by L by CR in magnitude and is in phase with the applied voltage. Reactive curve parallel resonance circuit is represented here between the frequency and current. Next we are going to see the first type, single tuned amplifier. So here we are going to use only one tuned circuit in the collector side. So output of this amplifier may be taken either with the help of capacitive A parallel tuned circuit is connected in the collector circuit. Tuned voltage amplifier are usually employed in RF stage of wireless communication, where such circuits are assigned the work of selecting the desired carrier frequency and of amplifying the permitted passband around the selected carrier frequency. So here the tuned amplifier are required to be all this parameter. If input signal has same frequency as resonant frequency of LC circuit, large amplification will be obtained because of high impedance of LC circuit. So this is the single tuned amplifier using FET. So here in the figure we can see that it is depicted using a field effect transistor FET. So here the value of LNC is selected as per the desired frequency level. One of the components, either L or C, is variable so as to adjust the variable frequency. So here the circuit operates in the manner that the higher frequency signal to be applied between base and emitter. The resonant frequency of circuit is made equal to frequency of input signal by varying L or C. Now tuned circuit will offer very high impedance to the signal frequency and thus large output appear across it. So the bandwidth of that signal and gain of the signal is represented here. Then limitation of this circuit is it requires highly selective, but a highly selective required a tuned circuit with a high Q factor. A high Q factor circuit will give a high voltage gain, but at the same time it will give much reduced bandwidth, which because bandwidth is inversely proportional to the Q factor. It means that the tuned amplifier with the reduced bandwidth may not be able to amplify equally the complete band of signal, and result is poor reproduction. This is called potentially instability in tuned amplifier. So next we are going to see the double tuned amplifier. Here we will be having two tuned amplifier circuit. So there in the single tuned circuit you will be having only one tuned circuit, but here you will have two tuned circuit. So the problem of potential instability with a single tuned amplifier will be overcome in a double tuned amplifier, which consists of independently coupled two tuned amplifier circuits, tuned circuit, L1 C1 in collector side and L2 C2 in output circuit. These are the two tuned circuit which are used in the double tuned amplifier circuit. So a change in the coupling of two tuned circuit result in change in the shape of frequency response. By proper adjustment of coupling between two coils of two tuned circuit, the required result will be high selectivity, high voltage gain, required band. So the circuit the circuit operation will be the resonant frequency of tuned circuit connected in the collector circuit is made equal to the signal frequency by varying the value of C1. So L1 C1 offer very high impedance to signal frequency, and this large output is developed across it. The output of L1 C1 is transferred to L2 C2 through mutual inductance. Thus, the frequency response of double tuned amplifier circuit depends upon the magnetic coupling of L1 and L2. So the most suitable curve is when optimum coefficient of coupling exists between two tuned circuit. The circuit is then highly selective and also provides sufficiently amount of gain for a particular band of. This is the resonance curve for parallel resonance circuit. Now shunt peaked circuit for increased bandwidth is seen here. Shunt peaking is nothing but if a coil is placed in parallel with the output signal path, that technique will be called as shunt peaking. The shunt peaking circuit will increase the bandwidth. Next we are going to see the staggered tuned amplifier, that is third type of small signal amplifier. It is a multi-stage amplifier which has one more, that is one parallel resonance circuit for every stage, while resonant frequency of every stage is slightly different from previous stage. So from the circuit diagram it is clear that the first stage of this amplifier has a resonant circuit formed by L1 and C1 and their corresponding frequency is given. The output stage is applied to a second stage which is tuned to slightly higher frequency and their corresponding frequency here. Second stage amplifier, the signals of frequency f2 by maximum amplitude while other frequency signal are amplified by less quantity. Thus frequency response of the second stage is given here, that is the peak of f2 will be slightly higher than. This is the diagram of staggered tuned amplifier. This is the response, frequency response of staggered tuned amplifier. The overall response of these two stages obtained by combining individual response, and it exhibits a maximum flatness around the center frequency f0. Thus overall bandwidth is better than the individual stage. Since two stages are in parallel and overall bandwidth is increased, thus it behaves like a shunt circuit for the increased bandwidth. Then large signal tuned amplifier is seen now. Here single and double stage amplifier not suitable for application involving larger RF power because of lower of efficiency of class A operation, such as excitation of transmitting antenna. For such application, larger signal tuned amplifier are employed because they are operation in class C operation that has high frequency efficiency and capable of delivering more power in comparison to that of class A. So here the circuit diagram of large signal tuned amplifier is given. The resonant tuned circuit is tuned to frequency of input signal, and their circuit will have high Q factor parallel resonance with the frequency given here. So here the Q factor will be very high, faster gain drops on either side of resonant frequency. A large Q leads to small bandwidth equal top sharp tuning. This amplifier has Q very greater than 10. This means bandwidth is less than 10% of FR. For this reason it is called as narrow band amplifier. So comparison between tuned and AF audio frequency amplifier is given here. So in tuned amplifier it has to amplify narrow band of frequencies depended by the tuned load at the collector, but whereas in AF amplifier it will works with a complete audio frequency range. In tuned amplifier it will be bulky and costlier, but here it is more compact in AF. In tuned amplifier we will use in radio transmitter and receiver and television receiver circuit, but this AF amplifier can be used in the amplify sound signal and act as driver for the loudspeaker. And next, application of tuned amplifier. Here tuned amplifiers serve the best for two purposes. One is selection of desired frequency and another one is amplifying the signal to a desired level. It may be used in the communication transmitter and receiver. In the filter design also you can see it. So advantages of this are it will provide high selectivity, small collector voltage, power loss will be less, SNR output will be very good. It is well suited for radio transmitter receiver. Disadvantages are it is not suitable to amplify audio frequency. It band of frequency will increase, then design will become very complexity. Since we are using inductors and capacitor as tuning element, the circuit will be very bulky and heavy. Thank you.